What's going on? Welcome back to the channel. So today we're going to talk to you about NIO. I want to go over some of the data points, break it down, what's moving it, and go over everything else that you need to know. But first, make sure to hit that thumbs up. And with that, let's get right to it. So NIO is flat right now, 497 the low, 505 the high, and 9.1 million shares being traded. So very low volume. It's not just NIO, it's happening pretty much across the board, only because of this. So nobody really wants to invest right now because the FOMC meeting is in about 52 minutes. And so it is fair to assume that we're going to get a 25 basis point cut at this stage, but what is going to come afterwards, that's going to cause a lot of kind of volatility. So in general, that's going to be something to pay attention to. Even coming from China though, we did have some data Tuesday evening. So inflation year over year was a little bit higher than the forecast, so 0.7 versus 0.6, but month over month was lower. And then PPI came in at negative 2.2 versus -2 for the forecast. So somewhat mixed data, and that's most likely why NIO did have this little bit of a dip to 496 during the pre-market. But nonetheless though, nothing really concrete coming out from NIO, no SEC filings. A couple of things, I guess. One was this right here. So NIO has registered so far in 2025 205 EVs in Israel. So I don't know if that's a good catalyst that you need to go buy NIO. I'd say probably not, but still it's one of many good accomplishments that they're trying to kind of establish for kind of taking over the world eventually. So expansion. So let me know your general thoughts on that in the comments below. There was this video I just wanted to kind of share with you. So autonomous driving, I think we had another one, what was it, like a month and a half ago. And so this could potentially be the next big catalyst, is because they did say that this is going to be rolled out by the end of 2025. So, and I believe that they actually did double down and say that as well in their last earnings. So this one, again, is going to be a pretty good catalyst. And then I think they did mention further rollouts and whatever in Q1, but nonetheless, pretty good stuff. So this is 1 minute and 58 seconds. I'll have a link to this in the description below if you kind of care to watch this. But I think the video from like a month and a half ago was a little bit more detailed. But when it comes to shorts are increasing 135,000 shares, 11.25% of the free float's being shorted, where it's said to be 155.7 million shares overall are being shorted. So definitely interesting to see them increasing today. I would have anticipated them to be kind of returning, mitigating some risk. But when it comes to this, so there was a report that did come out yesterday. It's always delayed, but 2 times per month, you do have the exchanges disclosing the true amount of shares being shorted. It's always delayed information, but they did report it yesterday. So as of November the 27th, there was 163.82 million shares being shorted, and that is an increase of 5.39% from the previous report. And so again, because of kind of the dark pool and everything, sometimes some trades fall under the radar. And so this is where these reports kind of clear that up. So ultimately between November the 13th and November the 27th, which mind you, during that time frame, NIO was getting hit quite hard. So from November the 13th to pretty much the end, where it went down a solid, like, I don't know, I'd say 15%, give or take at least. There was shorts increasing roughly around 9 million, 9 million shares more than what we thought. And again, most of that is being done through the dark pool. This is why every single video I go over transactions occurring on the dark pool as well as the secondary market. So these are some of the transactions occurring on the dark pool today. So basically, whenever it's a hold number, that's usually a hedge fund. Everything else is most likely linked to kind of shorts. So let me know your thoughts on that in the comments below. So shorts were kind of a large attributing factor why NIO did go down as much as it has been. But aside from that, right now, about 771,000 on the calls, 415,000 puts, 61% of all the options being done are so far bullish in nature. From the bull standpoint, you see a consensus for it to be roughly between that 5 to 550, and then recovering even more to above 6 for next week. Bears are anticipating for it to be pretty much sub 450 from now even going into next week. So you do have a lot of anticipated volatility and most likely a little bit of a battle today. Right now with that 504, you really want to watch for it to get over that 507. So that's going to be at least a target for today. Flip side, 480 is going to be the next strong kind of support level. So just watch for either of those, especially if you're going to dollar cost average. Just watch for that 464 and then 437 as following support levels. But on the actual chart itself, this is where it's kind of flirting and going to get pinched. This is something I mentioned in my video yesterday. You have the 10-day moving average and then this kind of line right here, that 200-day moving average. If it stays where it is up until most likely Friday, this is where you will see either a pinch aggressively higher or potentially lower, but you will be seeing some extreme move. And this is as well what the options is kind of signaling as well. So right now, NIO is just hugging this damn 200-day moving average. Potentially as well, the meeting that's going to come out in roughly an hour, that's going to change this. So hopefully it's positive and algorithmic trading really pushes NIO higher. So we'll just have to kind of wait and see how that does play out. But I think in general, the fact that shorts were kind of the culprit on why it went down from this period is kind of crazy. It is kind of does make sense, but then again, we've also been experiencing very low volume during that time frame. So shorts were able to once again kind of manipulate NIO in however they see fit. Looking at the market position though, right over here, you don't see that much willing buyers. You see a grouping between that 470 and 450-ish range here, which again is something I did bring up a while back. But nonetheless, I think it's all going to come down to the data and algorithmic trading, hopefully incentivizing some purchasing from institutions. So let me know your thoughts on NIO. Don't forget to hit that thumbs up. This is a very quick video on kind of what's really affecting it today. One final thing, if you're looking for some solid buy signals, pop over to my Patreon. Put out daily day trades, numerous swing trades, worthwhile to pop over there and check that out. With all that said, appreciate all of you watching.